Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering VCT Americas KICKOFF 2025. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied by JonahP of G2 Esports, coming off of a victory over Cloud9 at the end of their day in said competition. So, Jonah, thank you so much for this first conversation, hopefully of 2025, the first of many for this
Yep.
year. First of all, I got to ask you the obligatory, starting off the year with the W over Cloud9, how are you feeling?
Feeling great, obviously. I made a joke during the first game. I said, feels great being on the opposite end of like an 8-1 start because last year we we always started so slow. So, yeah, just starting off hot, which I kind of expected. We've been playing pretty well in practice, so we just stuck to our fundamentals, and here we are.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you guys were obviously started off this competition as like one of the four teams receiving a bye because of your performance at the end of the 2024 season, making champions, doing all that good
Yeah.
stuff, and all that stuff. And obviously, you came into this knowing that you guys were going to face off against Cloud9, which got to this point by taking down NRG, one of the contenders for VCT Americas heading into this event. And so I just want to know, like, what was the mindset, or more so the preparation slash impressions towards the Cloud9 squad, given their recent victory?
Our impressions were very like high for them. Well, I wouldn't say expected, but I had a feeling C9 would. I don't even know if I'll call it an upset. I just had a feeling they would beat NRG. Um, my reasoning because is like NRG just came off of a win, and historically, when a team wins an event, they tend to slow down or whatever happens. I don't know what happens. Because I haven't won an event yet, so I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, kind of predicted C9 to win, and they look very strong. Um, and we kind of predicted the veto. Uh, we kind of predicted how the veto would go. Them playing picking Lotus. So we had like that one match they played, and we did our homework. And I would say it. We just stuck to our game plan with the footage we had, and it worked out.
And what was the game plan, if you don't mind me asking? Just having to like, see what C9 played, and then having to counter what they showed. So, well, what was the general like game plan in terms of just trying to throw C9 off?
Without saying too much, I would just say the main thing was just just making sure we don't get trapped because they have deadlock, and now with Tejo that combination is very scary. So we just had to really be on point with our comms and our spacing, and just to make sure we just don't get caught out.
And obviously that momentum carried over from Lotus over to Abyss, and it was in a verse in which we saw the chamber for Leaf, because I believe like it's been a while since Leaf played that agent. I might be wrong. You can kind of correct me on that.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, gotta ask you about that. What did you see like that made you guys put it out?
Um. So with Chamber, I don't know. We just tried it out. We felt like the synergy works well with our comp, especially with the Yoru. We have two teleport agents, so we can be very aggressive and have escapability. So I think in this meta too, playing like a standard Sentinel, like a Cypher, Killjoy, or even Vice maybe on Abyss, um, like even before Tejo, playing Sentinel was already very hard on that map. So just with the addition of Teo and the possibility of teams running him, it's kind of like it's kind of hard to get value out of you know the rest of the Sentinels. So we just tried Chamber, and we started frying in practice. Leaf was doing insane on it, so we just stuck with it.
No, for sure, definitely, good in seeing the work transition easily. I would say easily. You can kind of like put me on that into the official server. So, I mean, you kind of mentioned a little bit of just the inclusion of Teo, and also the inclusion of like Lotus and Fracture, and having to like deal with that so soon, or more so tight to the start of kickoff. I mean, I had opportunities to talk to other people, even those within your team, before kickoff. And so I asked to you, How difficult was it for you guys to kind of adjust with the inclusion of like Tego and these other things to your game?
Did you sorry, you asked how difficult it was or
Yeah,
um I wouldn't say it was too difficult. Um I think Teo was pretty like self-explanatory to us. We cooked up a lot of ideas straight away. And then from that point, it was just having Trent get his reps on him. Because every new agent, you're gonna figure out stuff like as you go. You're gonna learn ways to optimize his kit and do stuff better. So it was just all about just grinding and getting as many scrims in as possible, and that's basically what we did.
and obviously I got to ask you about the inclusion of Jogimo into the team. Him slotting him in for IC. Obviously, like there's plenty of like hype heading into this match for G2, and just seeing how you guys would play with Jogimo. And obviously, we saw flashes of that. Just want to ask you for your point of view, Jonah, as to like what it was like just having to play with Jogimo, having to like work around with him, and having to play on the official server. What was that like?
I mean, it feels amazing. We've been trying to get him for 2 years. Even before we picked up Icy, we were trying to get him, but he was stuck in jail. So now that we finally have him, I feel like we're um, just unlocked in a way. Me and him have really good synergy. We're very like I don't know how to explain this. We're very like trolly, me and him on the team. So like that automatically like just works out because I'm the support player, so I'm supporting him, and it's just getting comfortable and knowing his play styles and tendencies that I had to work on in the off season, and that's basically what we did. So, but yeah, the addition of him is just insane.
Kind of feels like it opened another dimension to G2's game, right? Because like you guys were
Yeah.
already, I would say, pretty good at the end of the 2024 season. So I mean, does it kind of feel like that, for you with playing with Jogimo?
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Does having Jogimo into the team open another dimension
Yeah.
to the team's game?
Oh, for sure. I mean, even with Icy, like he came into our team and he had like a lot of pressure, all the eyes were on him, straight from tier two, and he did great. I like we couldn't have asked for anything more out of him. But I think with Jogamo, he just has the experience and he's been in very like all kinds of situations and he knows how to play and react. Basically, he knows like when to get aggressive and when to not be aggressive. I'm not saying Icy didn't know that. I'm just saying it's just like he's a little bit better, like on the fly and just meshing with us um and yeah, I think this meta too just helps helps us a lot too because we're basically just fully supporting Jogamo and he's just going in. He's like a silent killer.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely looking forward to like your next match in this kickoff event, which is Leviathan. And I kind of want to ask you more so like on top of just seeing your impressions of Leviathan and just having to like have that rematch from stage two playoffs. I just want to ask you the sort of your thoughts on like how far this G2 squad can go with the inclusion of Jogimo, and how do you kind of see the potential of this squad making a master's, So two-part question, impressions of Leviathan, and also like where do you kind of see the potential of this squad in this kickoff event?
Impressions on Lev. I didn't get to watch too much of their game, but I know it was a pretty convincing win. Palm is doing really well. I know he uh, uh, had a hard season last season. He's talked about it, so it's good to see him, thriving again. Um, Obviously, it's something we have to look out for. But yeah, I'm not too familiar yet. We haven't practiced against them, and I didn't really get to watch them yet. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how they play now. And the second question, I mean, I think I don't want to say this because it kind of backfired on a player last year, but I feel like we're gonna qualify to every event, and with that being said, like as far as we did go last year, I think um, the end goal is where we need to be. Is what is expected of us. We need to bring home a trophy this year.
Yeah, the confidence is very high. Just having to like have players like yourself, even like players like Jogger might even like having the team continuing
Yeah,
the progression from end of 2024. So definitely like it's more confidence, right? You feel more confident this year, right? On the team.
yeah, for sure.
No,
Yeah,
for sure. Definitely do understand that, and definitely do understand the team's current form as it is right now. Definitely looking forward also to the next match. And so that said, Jonah, I got to wrap up the interview right here. Well, I
yeah,
want to ask you one more squeeze. I want to squeeze one more question before I wrap it up.
yeah. Go for it.
Your appearance, your look. Obviously, you look much more mature. You look like much more, I would say, handsome. Of course.
Yeah, I
Um,
appreciate it.
I mean, what made you just go for the look and just having to grow out the beard?
So, I mean, in the off season, I mean, last year, basically, I would, clean shave for every social appearance I had to be in. And in the off season, I just got lazy. I didn't really shave or anything. And then I was just like, maybe I can grow a beard, and so I'm gonna try it. And I got the green light from my girlfriend. She allowed it. So, um, you know, I liked how it looked, and I'm just gonna stick with it for a bit.
Is the goal to have a beard like Leaf, like when he
No,
had it?
no, no, no. I can't steal his flow. But even if he didn't have a beard like that, I think how I have it now is a good length.
Okay, it's definitely understandable. I mean, you could probably try it out regardless, and not more so
Yeah,
steal Leaf's flow, but more so improve it. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll definitely see how that turns out later on in this year. So I'll make like a before and after graphic.
Yeah, we should.
Future stuff. We'll figure that out. Still though, gotta give my thanks to you, Jonah P, for giving me another chance for another interview. Best of luck goes to the
Yeah.
team, but most importantly, and of course, best of luck goes to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.